So Paul, you've mentioned a lot about vinyl ester resins. You tell us that you've searched the world, you've been to the factories, you've sourced out the best product. But I also am aware in my role that you're bringing these products in, particularly the vinyl ester resins, and you're reformulating them here in Australia before delivering them to our factory. What's important about doing that? Why is that something that you guys do?
Okay, well, especially with the vinyl ester, we want to make sure that when you get it, it's as fresh as it can be. So what we do is formulate it we make a specification that suits your application.
Sure.
So we fix and promote it. So it comes in unfixed, unpromoted, which means that if you put catalyst with it, it wouldn't go off. Mm-hmm. So at that stage, it can last for a long period of time, like maybe 18 months. But if it had a promoted system in it, then it would only last 3 months.
Yes.
So then by the time it came on a ship, it would be maybe 6 weeks old. That's if you used it that day.
Yes.
So, and as we know, because of the amount of material that you're using, say maybe a tonne or more than a tonne of vinyl ester every day, all of a sudden that material would be starting to get long in the tooth. So we manufacture it so that you've never got material that's more than 2 weeks old.
Yes.
So it's all mixed, it's really thoroughly mixed, and it doesn't have time to settle. When it's on the ship, it could settle.
Yes.
And then it needs to be remixed, and then it could open the opportunity to have an issue. So in your case, you don't have that opportunity. It's just always going to be fresh and perfect.
Yes.
I think it's important. Ian calls it back to the future. It just seems to be, for us, it just seems to work better.
Yes.
And I really think that's a big part of the perfection.
It's about quality control, isn't it?
It is about quality control.
And
that's what everything is about these days. Quality control and risk management. So
and I guess
we're doing that.
the other advantage is that as the seasons change, as we've got hot weather in summers and we've got cooler weather in winter, you can also adjust products to suit the weather conditions too.
We can change it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, yeah.
Your guy in the factory, Dan, could ring up and say, "Can you speed it up a little bit or slow it down?" Mm-hmm. We can do that instantly.
Yes, yes.
And then it always fits the climate that you're operating to.
Yeah, sure. Look, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about the technicalities of the business. I know we're both passionate about what we do, and we, our focus is to build the best product. Your focus is to provide the best raw materials. I think we make a pretty good team in that sense. I did want to ask you one other question. I think your relationship with Ian Mewett, as I said before, the owner and founder of Compass Pools, I think it extends beyond just the pool industry. I think there might be something else you have in common with him. And I think that might also have something to do with the name of your business being Trojan Fibreglass. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, well, the Trojan Fibreglass is actually named after a T28 Trojan, which is a warbird that Ian and I both like. So obviously a long time ago, Ian and I were I was the supplier and Ian was the customer. Over many years of fantastic business relationship, we became good friends. My other job outside, when I'm not making Jawcoat for you, Anthony, I'm an airshow pilot. So I've done a lot of flying. I've got a few aviation-orientated businesses, and we got a couple of adventure flight companies as well as Paul Bennett air shows. So Ian also has a passion for flying, and he obviously loves to fly around and see the dealers around the country, the Compass dealers. And so I guess we both use aviation to our advantage. It's a combined love that we have of aviation, and many years ago we said we were going to go halves in a T28 Trojan. Right. So I've got a number of warbirds as well as aerobatic aircraft. Ian's got a lovely V-tail Bonanza, and so shortly between us we'll have a T28 Trojan to the collection.
Is that a bit of a controversial statement to make on camera, Paul?
Possibly.
We'll wait and see what Kerry says about that. No?
Nah, it's all good. Kerry finally gave me the thumbs up.
Right.
After she stole my phone.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's great to hear that you got passion on both sides there. It's the link with Ian, that heritage. That's all an important part of a good, sound working relationship. I must also add though, was that you that I saw on a recent YouTube video with a motorcycle backflipping over a stunt plane? That wouldn't have been you, mate, would it?
Yes, mate, that was me.
That was you, was it?
That was your resin supplier, mate.
Thanks for your time, mate.
No worries, mate.